Afternoon, Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. Want to make a video today, kind of going back to our roots. Spring's coming on, we're about to get back into dude wrangling season, and so I want to make a video for you dude wranglers fixing to go back to work with just 3 tips that might help your job. 3 tips for you dude wranglers that might make your job a little bit easier and a little better. These are things that I've learned over a lot of years that have helped me. First off, keep moving. That's the most important thing you can do. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, the horses on a dude ranch, usually they figure out their job. When you leave the ranch with the guest on your back, their nose to tail, they have their place picked out. They have their pecking order worked out, and they know what their job is. They're going to move. And as long as they're moving, a lot of times they'll kind of just turn their brain off and just go by habit. Now, somebody's going to lose a glove, or they're going to drop their phone, or their sunglasses, or their hat, or one stirrup's going to be too short, needs adjusted. Something's going to happen. When you stop your string to fix something, fix it as quickly as you can and get back on and get moving as quickly as you can. You will more often than not wind up into trouble when you're stopped. Because when you're stopped, the horse starts looking around. There's grass over there, so he walks off towards that grass. The guest says, oh my goodness, no. They pull back on the reins. They pull back onto the reins. The horse backs up into the string, the horse behind him. That's when things start happening. It's when you stop moving. The same thing when you get everybody on the horse back at the ranch, don't lollygag. Don't dilly-dally. Don't mess around. When you have everybody on, as soon as the horses are in line in the proper order, go. When the horses are standing there, they start getting restless. They start getting bored. They start thinking, this horse is inching up. He's going to take my place. They start interacting with each other. And so the most important thing you can do is, the most important thing you've got is movement, okay? Keep moving as much as you can. The second thing is, when you partner up the guest with the horse, if you partner up the right guest with the right horse and put the horses in the right order in the string, 90% of your job is done. Then it's just going out for the ride. And you usually will not have trouble if you get that part done right. Well, one of the most difficult things about the job is learning to put the right people on the right horse. Now, when you're first starting out in the business, when you're first starting out in the job, we default to size. We put big people on big horses and we put little people on little horses. That's a mistake, okay? Other than you don't want a big person on a little horse. Other than that, size is not the issue. Personality is the issue. Now, believe it or not, you can take the greenest rider. Okay, let me back up. You're always going to have a horse in your string that's just kind of naughty. All right? They're just kind of a little bit of, now I'm not talking about buckers, and I'm not talking about kickers, and I'm not talking about horses that are going to turn around and try to run back to the barn. You shouldn't have those kind of horses in your string, period. But you're going to have horses that have a bit of an attitude. They're a little bit more independent-minded, okay? They get bored walking and they want to trot, okay? They do this and they do that, and they just kind of got a little bit more independent nature than the other horses. Now, what your tendency when you first start out in this business is, who's my most experienced rider? I'm going to put them on the horse. That's not always the best thing to do, because you want to pair your horse and rider up according to their personality as much as anything. I'll give you an example. I was dude guiding down in Bandera, Texas, which was not too far from Austin and San Antonio. So we always had these corporate couples come in and these college couples come in. They're in their early 20s. And so there were a lot of like you know, a couple of guys would bring their girlfriends down. So you got 4 of them. And so they'd come walking up, these 4, and they're obvious together. And so as they come walking up and they stand there and I'm choosing who goes one horse, I'd point at one of the guys and I'd say, who's the bossiest person here? And inevitably, I'm not kidding, inevitably, they would all laugh and turn around and point to one of the girls. She's the bossiest here. Great. That's the one I'm going to put on the naughty horse. And by naughty, again, I'm not talking about bucking and physical rodeo. I'm just talking about one that's just got a little bit more. Because if she's bossy by nature, if she's kind of the alpha of the group by nature, then when this horse tries to push his own will and his own way in front, by nature, she's the one most likely to say, oh, no, you don't, and to make that horse mine. And to not take it as a physical threat, but to take it as a existential challenge, okay? And I will match the personality up with that personality, and they will get along better, okay? So work on, and you'll go to a lot of ranches, usually they have a veteran who's been there a while, and they're gonna pick who goes on what horse. But now, you're leading the string. Ultimately, when you get out there, if you have someone who's not getting along with a horse, it's up to you to figure this out and stop the string and swap horses. Okay, I'm going to have you get down. I'm going to have you get down. I'm going to have you get on that horse, and I'm going to have you get on that horse. It's more of a personality thing than an experience thing. I've had people come to this school that's been riding for 20 years, all right? Way more experience than you normally get on a dude ranch. But they're very timid. They're very timid, they're very backward, they're very gentle, and the experience does not mean that they're going to get along with a personality forward horse. You need a personality forward person to do that, okay? So pay attention to how you pair up your riders with the horses, okay? And then thirdly, I had one more. What was the third one, Mama? She's like, you didn't even tell me. Give me just a second. Pair the horses. Keep moving. Oh man, what was it? We may have to edit one of my videos. Oh no. I had it. It's gone. Turn it off for just a second. Oh, I got it. Okay, I remember what it was. Now your ranch that you work for, they have a system, and you're going to be within that system, okay? But if you have an opportunity to do things, to adjust things the way that you want, it's better to go through your safety briefing while the guests are still on the ground. Okay? I have found this to be very true. Well, on all these ranches, if they're any good, any professional, there will always be a safety briefing before the guests go out. You'll give them the rules, and you'll give them show them the reining, however your horses rein, whether neck rein or plow rein, pull back to stop. We're going to stay in single file, da-da-da-da-da. It works better if you do that safety briefing while the guests are still on the ground before you put them on the horse. Now, what I have found works best is to line them up, and then I get on my horse and I'm up there and I'm demonstrating the reining while they're all watching me, okay, and giving the rules. Now, the reason why that works better is because when you put these people on a horse, their brain shuts down just from excitement, okay? They're petting the horse. They're trying to figure out the reins. All right, the horse steps sideways. Mama's looking at her kids to make sure her kids are okay. They only hear half of what you're saying. Once you put them on the horse, they're in go mode, and most of them are not really going to hear what you're saying, okay? So while they still have their mind about them, and I don't mean that badly, it's just an excitement. It's a new thing, and the excitement takes over, okay? And so they're all fidgety, and they're looking and they're watching the other horses, and the horse moves and like, what's he doing? Okay. It's better to give the important information before that situation comes up while they're still on the ground. Okay. So line them up on the ground, get on your horse, use humor. People remember humor. Okay. I absolutely hate going into a restaurant. Hi, welcome to my night. What can I help you today? Is that for here to go? You know, you would like that upsize, you like it, and just by route, okay? Look at them, talk to them, use humor, keep things simple but explain it, and do it at a time before they get on the horse, when their mind becomes extracted with all the excitement that they have been waiting for months to get to do, okay? Wrangling it's a people job. It's not a horse job. So the better you start understanding people and gearing your job towards people and the weaknesses and the fallacies of humanity, the more successful you're going to be, as opposed to just doing all your focusing on the weaknesses and the fallacies of the horse. The horse, he knows his job. He does this every single day. Every single day he does this. Every day. Every day. The guest is a buckethead. They don't know. Okay? The horse knows what the horse is doing. The people don't. So when you focus all of your focus on the horse, you're focusing on the one part of this team that already knows what they're doing. But if you don't work on this job with a view towards the one part of this team that has no clue what they're doing, and their energies and their excitement and their fears and everything are elevated often beyond the point of their clear, rational thought, that's your weakness in the chain. All right, focus on the people and focus on what you can do to make this more clear and calm to the people. Okay? So anyhow, we had Connor came through this week and stopped visited on the afternoon on his way north and to visit a friend, and he's heading out west to do his wrangling packing job for the summer. And I told Deanna when we left, I said, we gotta stop having these guys come through here, because it puts the itch on me really bad. I wish, Mama, I wish I was gearing up to start my wrangling job for the summer, because I absolutely adore it. Okay, that is why I started this channel in the first place. All right, so I want to help you be better to do what I wish I was doing and I couldn't do. Okay, so movement is your friend. Once the horses are going, movement is your friend. Okay, pair your horse with the rider's personality, not their shoe size. All right, and thirdly, give them their talk when they're in a state of mind to actually hear what you're saying. Set yourself up to succeed. And you guys have fun out there. Be logical, be reasonable, be safe, and think of Dwayne. And we'll catch you guys next time.
You know how people do their virtual jobs, like they're on the computer, and you only see the top half of them, and then they get up and walk away and on accident, and they're wearing pajama pants or something underneath their suits.
Oh, now.
Yep, this is what Dwayne wears in his videos. Y'all don't know it, but he's wearing slippers.
Got my moccasins on.
Moccasins.
That was mean.
No, it was cute. Like you.